Hi, I'm Liz with Liz's Craft, and today I will be bringing you 4 Christmas DIYs. So for DIY number one, I have this wood piece that I got from the Dollar Tree last year, so it was $1.25, and we're going to use the back side of it. And then I also have this, I don't know what you call it, it's a decal of some sort, and I cut out the center circle of it. And I'm going to add this to the back of my board. So there, I start to put it on the wrong side. Then I realize it. I flip it over. Well, no, no, come on. You can do it, girl. You can do it. Flip it over and get it on the correct side. So it was just easier to lay the board on top of the decal. And the decal did come from the Dollar Tree. So far we have $2.50 on this project. Now I'm just going to take my finger sander there and I'm going to go over the edges as the decal was a little bit larger than my wood piece. And I'll just take this opportunity to thank all my subscribers and everyone who watches my videos. Thank you so much. I totally appreciate it. And if you're interested in this finger sander, which I totally love, I do have the link to it, the Amazon link to it in the description box. And then also this little Ladybug vacuum. If you're interested in it, it's also in my description box. Now I cut out this decal on my Cricut. It says Joy to the World, and I'm using some Cricut red vinyl, or it's more like a maroon kind of vinyl. And I'm just burnishing it onto my wood piece. Now I didn't do anything to the wood piece at all except take the hanger off. I didn't do anything at all to it. Sorry about the lighting in this. And there it is. And now I'm just going to poke the holes through the front part of my decor piece here, so I can put my hanger in it. And now I'm just going to cut apart some of this Dollar Tree greenery. I have most of it's from Dollar Tree, but that piece on the bottom left hand side, that is from Michael's. And so I'm just cutting little bitty pieces off to put on the top of my project there. So I have some white and some green and then some red balls. And there's my piece from Michael's. I cut off the leaves on that one too. I use some of the twirled up ends there and some of the balls. So just remember, you don't have to leave the greenery as you buy it. You can always cut it apart and then just use little bitty pieces of it here and there. And I really like how the top part of this turned out. So I'm showing you what we're going to use for the hanger. So it's just that white and natural jute twine that I think I got from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to put my knots to it on the front of the piece. I like the way that looks. You can certainly put them in the back if you want, if you don't like the knots showing in the front. Just trimming off the ends, and here I am cutting off the leaves of that piece from Michael's. And now I'm going to start decorating the top. So I'm just using hot glue to attach it. So I'm just using my hot glue to add the leaves to the top. And then I'm just going to start layering my greenery pieces. Greenery, whitery, reddery, are those words? No. Anyway, I'm just going to put my florals on. One little piece at a time. So if you like what you see here, please give me a thumbs up, as that helps my channel get noticed by YouTube. And if you know anybody that would like these types of crafts, please feel free to share my videos with them. And if you ever have any questions about anything, feel free to put it in the comments. So I really like that Joy to the World that I cut out on my Cricut. And I think it just shows the reason for the season, which is Jesus. There he is in the O in a manger. And I just think we need to remember that he is the reason for the season. That it's not about Santa Claus. It's not about elves. You know, it's not all about all that commercial stuff. The true meaning of Christmas has to do with Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. And I just think we need to be mindful of that. So I just have these curly cues off of that red pick from Michael's. I'm just going to add those in. And I think we are truly blessed to have a God that came down from heaven as a baby, born in a stable. Can you imagine being born in a stable with the animals around? Born of the lowliest of lows. Came down from heaven for us to do this, and then died on the cross. Wow. I mean, just wow. Think about it. So I'm going to add 3 of these little red balls on. 2 medium size and then 1 smaller. And my glue gun there is one of those cordless glue guns. I really like it. I have it linked in my description box. And I really like it. I said that already. Sorry about that. The only problem was the stand kept coming off of it, falling off. So I did E6000 it on. So there's the Joy to the World sign hanging on my wall. I think it's beautiful. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And now we're on to DIY number 2. So I had these Christmas balls, and most of them came from the Dollar Tree, and some of them might have come from Hobby Lobby. But anyway, they were on other projects, and as you can see, the one that I'm holding up at the top, there's some jet black acrylic paint that I'm going to paint them with, the dauber, is that the outside of it peeled off because I had put it on with hot glue. And I was thinking, how can I use these? I have a whole box of these now that have pieces torn off of them, some of the paint missing or whatever. What am I going to do with them? So I got the bright idea to paint them black, and you'll see what we do with them here in a minute. So I only had one of this one right here with this design on it. I had a bunch of the glittery ones, and then the green ones, I had a bunch of those too. So I'm just taking a dauber and painting them all with the jet black paint. And now I have this a Maker Studio chalk art, gold chalk art. And I'm going to use the dauber for that. But if you don't have the Maker Studio stuff, you can always use the gold paint. It doesn't matter, either or, whatever you have. And I'm just daubing it on to my ornament, and it's just going to bring out the design. You see that? Like I said, this was the only one I had with this design on it. So you want to get most of it off of your brush. So you're going to put some on, and then you're going to daub it off. And I just use the lid. And then it's best if you start at the top. That way you can set it down on your mat there and do the top portion of it. And then put it in your hand and finish it up. Now this was one of the green ones. And this is one of the ones that just had the glitter on it. And you can use any color paint that you want. You do not have to use black and gold. You can use gold and silver. You can use red and gold, green and gold. You can probably use white and silver. You could use pink and silver, pink and green. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Just, I mean, whatever colors you have. And you can take ornaments that you had last year in, say you were decorating in green and red last year, and then this year you want to go with white and silver. You can take those balls and you can paint them in the new color scheme that you have, and I'm just showing you the comparison. And you don't have to buy new balls. I mean, especially in this time when everything costs so much, how great is it just to be able to refurbish the balls that you have? And now I'm just going to take my homemade Mod Podge, and I'm using this pouncer, foam pouncer, but you don't want to do that. It puts bubbles on this, and then when it dries, it doesn't dry clear, it dries cloudy. So you want to put the Mod Podge on using a paintbrush. So here's our three styles of balls. Now I'm just going to put the tops back on, and they'll be finished. So you do want to make sure your paint is dry before you put your Mod Podge on. In fact, each layer your paint is dry before you go to the next layer. So there's all 12 of my balls. I'm going to put them on my tree this year. Now on to DIY number 3, which is kind of the same thing, but it is a little bit different. So I have some more of these balls, and these are the smooth balls. They're gold, and as you can see like the silver underneath them. So I'm just removing the caps, and I am going to start putting glue on. So hot glue. This one here, I'm going in a zigzag pattern all around the seam. Now when you do this, make sure you stay clear of the top portion where your cap goes on, because if you go too far up, your cap is not going to fit back on. And then you need to be careful while you're doing this, because of course the glue is hot, and these balls can fall out of your hand. In fact, I drop them a couple times. Look at that, it's stuck to that one. But that's okay. We'll go on to the next one, and I'm just going to do a different design for each one. This one here, I'm just putting dots and letting the strings go to the next dot. I like the way that looks. There it is. This one I did swirls. There it is. So you can take your old balls and make them into new balls. You can create something totally different than you had last year. And you didn't even have to buy anything except, you know, maybe some glue, hot glue. This one I'm going around the ball. I do add a little bit more glue to the bottom of that one later on. This one I'm making lines going from the top to the bottom. You know, it's only limited by your imagination. So whatever you come up with, I'm sure will be fine. Just showing them to you again. That one is one of my faves. Of course, I've already said that. Like that one. I like them all, actually. This is where I decide to put some more on that one on the bottom. And you do want to work on a silicone mat because this glue is sticky. I ran out of the jet black acrylic paint, so I'm just using what I have, which is this black chalkboard paint. But you certainly don't have to use chalkboard paint. It was just the only black paint that I had. And like I said again, you can use whatever colors are your colors, whatever you like. So again, we're just doing this like we did the previous DIY, just dabbing the black paint on. And it might be easier if you start at the top and then go on around the rest of the ball. Let me know what you think about these in the comments. Is this something you might try? Do you have some old balls that you really don't want anymore, or you don't like the color of, or whatever? And if you're thinking about doing this, let me know what colors you would do. I like that one. So I'm just lightly tapping the gold paint on. And you do want to wait to make sure your black paint is dry before you put your gold paint on. And then you want to make sure all the paint is dry before you put your Mod Podge on. And you do want to put Mod Podge on when you're done painting, because otherwise your paint will chip off. I just love how the gold brings out the design in the balls. And you know what? If you do your own, hey, nobody else is going to have a set of Christmas balls like you have. How cool is that? So if you're watching this video for the first time, welcome. And if you're one of my regular followers, thank you for watching. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please think about doing so. And then in the description box, I put links to all the Amazon products that I have used and love. So if you ever want to click on those links just to see what's out there. I mean, I love my little Ladybug vacuum, my finger sander. Let's see what else. My glue gun, my miter shears, and then my Crop-a-dile. I have half beads in there, water beads, just all different sorts of things that I have bought from Amazon and that I like. And then if you want to support my channel, there's also a link to buy me a coffee. So I now have 24 black and gold ornaments for my Christmas tree. I'm thinking about putting it up today. Do you already have your tree up? Let me know in the comments. And if you do, when did you put it up? I really wanted to put mine up the day after Thanksgiving, but I'm having a craft show on the 3rd of December, and I don't have enough boxes to put up my fall decorations so that I can get them out of the way, because my boxes are filled with my Christmas decorations for the craft show. So I guess I'm going to have to wait until after the 3rd to decorate. I really wanted to do it right away. I don't know about where you are, but where I am, it has gotten colder, and I'm in central Texas. Although it's not too bad today, and yesterday was really nice. We've actually had rain here for over a week. I was surprised because normally it doesn't rain much at all. And when it does, we just get a little bit here and there, but it's been raining pretty steady for about a week, but it stopped a couple days ago. Now we're down to the last one. So when the gold paint dries, then you want to add Mod Podge with a paintbrush. And then once that's dry, you can put your caps back on and they're ready to hang. And here they are. Aren't they pretty? I like them. Not your normal Christmas colors, but now on to DIY number 4. So I have this Christmas Santa ornament that I got from Hobby Lobby several years ago. And I'm just going to take the cap off, put a dowel rod inside, and then put him upside down on this piece of foam. And then I took him outside and I spray painted him with this matte black 2x Ultra Cover spray paint. And that was the last of my black spray paint. And then I made this little pom-pom. And now I'm going to take this, the Folk Art gold paint that we used in the previous DIY. And we're just going to do the same thing to him that I did to the ornaments. Now I do start out with a smaller pouncer brush, which by the way has seen better days. After this one I threw it away. And then I do transfer to a larger brush when I start doing the back portion. And I go over everything, even the tree that he's holding. Now here's where I switch to the bigger brush, or dauber, whatever you want to call it. Make sure you get paint on the tree too. So we want to cover him completely, top to bottom. I don't do underneath. I don't do the bottom of his shoes. And you'll have to let me know, do you like them better like what I did or the way Hobby Lobby had them done? Now after the gold paint is dry, I do take a brush and my homemade Mod Podge, which by the way is 1 cup of Elmer's school glue or all-purpose glue and a 1/4 cup of water. It is like the matte Mod Podge and very, very cost effective, much better than buying it in the store as Mod Podge. And I do not put the Mod Podge on the tree. I didn't feel like it needed it because we're just trying to make it so the paint doesn't chip off, and I don't think the paint's going to come off the tree. So now I'm just taking my miter shears and I'm cutting off that top portion where the cap would go on because we don't need that. Got it a little crooked, so I need to take my scissors and clean it up. Just going to add hot glue. And then glue on my little pom-pom. And that's it. He's done. So let me know, do you like him better the way I did it or the way Hobby Lobby had it? And you won't hurt my feelings if you pick the Hobby Lobby one, because I'm not even sure myself. He is cute though. Tell me what you think in the comments. So here's all 4 of the DIYs from today. Let me know which one's your favorite and which one you think you might recreate. Again, I'm Liz with Liz's Crafts, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please feel free to do so. And if you have, thank you very much. And thank you for watching my video. And as you all know, I love you all, and Merry Christmas. Bye.